They've killed hundreds of my classics, and we killed a thousand times killed the original How to Train Dragon. Uh, DreamWorks, I hate you for good now for this. I hate you now for this. You are not called DreamWorks anymore. You deserve to be called Nightmare Works because of how nightmarish this was. And I know I know what you're thinking when you saw the title. How to Train Dragon remake broke me. If you might think, oh, it broke you because you were surprised by a remake. Well, I didn't really want to say what my actual thoughts on the movie are, but what I mean by broke me is that, well, it broke me by how horrible it was. Anyways, cute. Let's get the intro on. Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and welcome back to another video. No, this is not a review. This is not a normal rant. This is the one of the biggest rants ever on my channel, and maybe the biggest movie rant ever on my channel. The only reason I said it's one of the biggest rants on my channel is because there are other things that I can make a bigger rant than this. And yes, guys, I am here today to do a massive rant on How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake of it. So, How to Train Your Dragon is a live action remake of the original film that came out in 2010. This one came out in 2025 and it is directed, oh sorry, not directed, but rather copied and pasted by Dean DeBloy, and it stars Mason Thames, Nico Parker, Gerard Butler, Nick Frost, Julian Dennison, Gabriel Howell, Bronwyn Johns, blah blah blah, all these actors that I don't give a fucking shit about. And it tells the story. Oh my goodness. Well, what story? It's the same fucking thing about from the original. But I've heard some people actually watch this movie without watching the original, which by the way, shame on you if you're one of those people. You yeah, shame on you. I'll read the Letterboxd synopsis. On the rugged Isle of Berk, where Vikings and dragons have been bitter enemies for a generation, Hiccup stands apart, defying centuries of tradition when he befriends Toothless, a feared Night Fury dragon. Their unlikely bond reveals the true nature of dragons, challenging the very foundations of Viking society. Yeah, isn't that enough for a copy plot of the original? So you guys know that the How to Train Dragon remake is my least anticipated movie of 2025. It always has been from the start. Okay, I will admit this, guys. I'll admit it. I I actually did not hate. I was not mad about this remake when it was first announced. Why? Because I thought that maybe it could actually be fine, like it could be decent or something. Basically what people end up thinking about the remake. When it comes to adaptations, when it comes to these adaptations of anything like remakes, video games, books, and all that stuff, the one thing that I am most crucial towards is the casting. So yeah, I thought that maybe this movie could have a good cast. They could cast someone as Hiccup or Astrid. Like when they made a rumor that Asher Angel was going to be play Hiccup, like Asher Angel from Shazam, the Shazam movies. That sounded like a good idea, but yeah, and also I was hoping for like a gorgeous blondie to play Astrid, but the moment they announced that Mason Thames was gonna play Hiccup and Neko Parker as Astrid, I was already done with this remake. I was done supporting it. I was like, fuck this shit, yeah, because that is a disgrace to casting choices. So they are terrible casting choices, especially Nicole Parker as Ashton. The fact that they didn't have the balls to make her blonde, what the actual fuck, man? Like, seriously. Ashton in the original is my DreamWorks crush. And my favorite How to Train Your Dragon character. So how fucking dare you? Just destroy her. Like, it feels like they're doing it on purpose to trigger me or something. Yeah, so I'll get to that later in my review. I'll talk about the casting and their performances when I get to the review. But yeah, let's talk about my honest thoughts on live action remakes in general. Back in the days, live action, I was okay with live action remakes. Yes, guys, there was a time when I actually tolerated live action remakes. I like, I liked most of the live action remakes that came out. I loved Jungle Book. I loved I kind of like Cinderella, but not that much. When I first saw it, I was like, I'll admit that I thought it was just okay. Same thing with Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, Jungle Book was great. Did I like Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, I even defended the Lion King remake. Funny, believe it or not. But yeah, of course, yeah, I was disappointed with Mulan. I eventually came to my realization that Lion King is actually a bad movie. Yeah, and also I really like Cruella. I thought Cruella was such a big surprise. Yeah, I was not looking forward to it. Oh, but technically I was I pretended to hate it for attention, but actually I was secretly looking forward to Cruella. I will admit that. But yeah, but now I hate live action remakes now. I think live action remakes are so fucking pointless, and I have fucking live action remake fatigue. And I mean, everybody has live action remake fatigue. You know why? Because they're just telling the same story as the original. Say what you want about sequels, but at least they tell a new story. They just have the same characters and maybe even introduce new ones. What matters about sequels is that they are able to justify the existence with a story that actually makes sense to be a continuation of the first film. And yeah, oh, and yeah, the so for this film, okay, so going back to this film, yeah, the trailers look like shit, man. The trailer looks like shit. Like I already gave away all my reasons as to why this movie looks like pure shit. Now, as for my thoughts on the previous two live action remakes we got this year, everyone knows that I am a defender of the Snow White live action remake. But I guess that should give people a reason to like this movie, despite what I have to say about it. But I hated Lilo and Stitch. I thought Lilo and Stitch was crap. And thank freaking God for the divisive reviews. I'm glad to hear that the Lilo and Stitch remake has a hate base. So yeah, I knew that this was going to be the worst of the three. But yeah, and I was hoping that this would get panned by critics because for a while I've actually been right about my predictions, and especially the ones where my opinion was different from everyone else. A perfect example of this is Wicked. You know, everybody thought that Wicked was going to be a disaster. Everyone thought that Wicked was going to be a train wreck. It was going to be one of the worst movies of the year. But I was on the fence of Wicked. I, I was hyped for Wicked. I told everyone, please guys, give Wicked a chance. Wicked will be amazing. Wicked will be amazing. And turns out, Wicked it has not only does Wicked have rave reviews, but it is an Oscar film. It got nominated for Best Picture, and now everyone is like wanting to see the sequel so badly. Everyone's expectations for Wicked for good are through the roof. See, that's how powerful I can be with predicting because I know that I tend to be right. So I was thinking maybe I could maybe people can actually say that I'm right about this one. But nope. They gave almost everybody, 80% of people praise this film. To the point where it has a fucking 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. What the actual fuck? Like, seriously. And all the reviews for the film, they don't make any good points. They're just like, this is how you do a good live action remake. Don't put Disney in it. Don't make Disney involved, and it'll be automatically good. Why? Like, I. This is one reason why I am sick to death of the Disney hate. I hate Disney haters with a burning passion. But y'all know that by now. So yeah, maybe you're probably gonna tell me that I'm only boycotting this remake just to protect Disney. But I just don't like live action remakes in general. But people think that Disney is the problem with live action remakes, and so when you put Disney away from the project, that it will be automatically good. That is not how it works. Critics, I expected more from you. You're freaking critics. But I guess now it's clear that I have become a far better critic than these fake shills. These shills who just like, oh, Disney. This is not a Disney movie. Automatic positive review. Seriously, my goodness, and people even say that this is the first good Disney. People say this is not only the best live action remake, but the first good one. Like, have you seen Jungle Book remake? Have you seen Peach Dragon remake? Have you seen the Cinderella remake? Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Cinderella remake, I know it is a. I can acknowledge it's a well-made film. And I am planning to give Cinderella a chance. Or and have you seen freaking Snow White? Maybe to an extent, even the Aladdin remake. Those are good live action remakes. Although I wouldn't call the Aladdin remake good, but at least it's a remake that I can kind of find some enjoyment for this. But yeah, then yesterday I saw it. I actually decided to watch it in cinemas, but don't worry, guys. I did not give this movie my cash. I used my cinema voucher, where I can just give them my voucher and I get my tickets for free. So yeah, that's the power of vouchers. They save your cash from watching shit. But I actually wanted to put my rant out earlier. I did not want to wait longer for it. So yeah, after seeing the How to Train Dragon remake for myself, I gotta say, this movie fucking sucks. Oh my goodness. You know, maybe people probably would tell me, "Oh, Frozen, give this movie a chance. You probably didn't even watch it. You're just bombing the movie." Well, I know it is important for a critic to go into a movie with an open mind and like because maybe the movie won't be as bad as they say it is. Like, no, not they say it is, but rather not be as bad as as I personally would expect it to be. Maybe you know, and yeah, there are those instances where a movie is going to suck, but actually end up being good. Well, I will say though, there is one movie that I am not looking forward to, but I will give it a chance, and that is Freakier Friday because it actually does look it sure Freakier Friday it is an unnecessary sequel, but at least it's a movie that at least it's not a remake, so I will give it a chance. Plus, based on the new official trailer, it looks freaking harmless. But yeah, I did try to watch it with an open mind. Turns out it's even fucking worse than I thought it was gonna be. The How to Train Dragon remake is not only everything wrong with the live action remakes today, but everything wrong with movies in general. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. This was just a shot for shot remake that's nothing but nostalgia baiting. That was the clear problem with this movie. But apparently people thought that this remake being shot for shot was a good thing. Are you fucking drunk or something? You need fucking help. I'm sorry, but like Lion King 2019 was a shot for shot remake, and apparently that's okay. That's not okay because it's a Disney movie. Like, don't get me wrong, Lion King 2019 was bad, but with this and Lion King 2019, it's clear that shot for shot remakes. That's not how it works. Remakes that tell the same story as the original, but with changes that actually matters and changes that actually matters and all that stuff. That is what a good live action remake is, and also a different script too. That's what I was gonna say. Like, for example, the Peach Dragon live action remake, which, by the way, is a far better live action dragon movie than this piece of shit. Like, the original Peach Dragon, which I am personally not a fan of. Yeah, the original Peach Dragon has this, how do I say this? This idea of, you know, how do I say this? Well, the original Peach Dragon is a musical, and apparently they're already friends. Like in the beginning of that movie, we have the Pete and Elliot are already friends. And then all that stuff. Yeah, so that's that in the original. But in the remake, we actually get a build up to Pete meeting Elliot, and there's a lot more motivation. There's like more character development, and it actually shows you instead of telling you. But in the original, basically, Pete tells the audiences, "Hey, this is Elliot. He's my best friend." Now that is how you do a remake. You actually give more depth. But not in a way that you just copy paste the original. And yeah, sure, they did put some differences in this movie, in this How to Train Your Dragon remake, but they are nothing but extra scenes that's that does not add anything to the story, but only to extend the runtime. Like, what are some examples of backstories, you may ask? What are some examples of additional scenes, you may ask? Well, um, basically, Snout, all the the trainer Vikings gathering around in a campfire to talk about their knowledge of dragons. Okay, so there's a backstory involving the Vikings getting attacked by dragons. When there's like this whole sequence of stoic with the others, and then they got attacked, but they were unprepared for it. Okay, we could have gotten something there. That's actually the one scene that had potential, but we learned nothing from it. That's the problem. We learned nothing from that backstory. Like, also, it's trying to imply that Stoic, that was Stoic's first encounter with the dragons. But didn't he already encounter dragons and start fighting them as a fucking kid? What the actual fuck? Like, oh, and also Snoutloud was given a daddy issues arc where he tries to impress his dad because his dad hates him, but that led to nowhere, and it's gonna easily be forgotten. So what's the point? Oh, and also they added a brand new weakness of the Grunkle, where the Grunkles are apparently allergic to dandelions. So once Hiccup just blows the dandelions on the Grunkle, he just gets defeated easily by sneezing. Who cares? No one cares. But that does not change the fact that it is just shot for shot, line for line, beat for beat remake that does nothing new besides this movie's attempts. That's just a manipulation, honestly. And yeah. Oh, and the visuals as well. People say that the visuals is one of the movies, one of the big reasons of why this movie is good. But I'm sorry, I don't get it. The movie visually looks so bad that I don't believe I was even watching a film, even after seeing this so-called movie. You know what it felt like? It felt like a YouTube parody of How to Train Your Dragon that somehow snuck its way into theaters. Like, good God, oh, like, it looked so ugly. And I still don't even believe that this movie in general even exists. Like, seriously, the CGI in Toothless, sure, he looks the same as the original, but I'm not gonna give him a pass at all. Because with Stitch's character design for the Little Stitch remake, at least you can tell that real humans made the Stitch design. You can tell that there was some effort put into disappointed when Baba Toothless is CGI. He looks like he was made by freaking AI. Like seriously, you, you know that first look leaked CGI image of Toothless, and then you just say, oh, there's no way that can be real. Well, that's the Toothless we got. The leaked image of Toothless that somehow is a real Toothless. Pathetic. Seriously. Seriously. And you know what I would do if I was managing the visual artist of like this film? I would freaking fire them. Yeah, every single visual artist of this movie deserve to get fired. So yeah, seriously, and yeah, the other dragons look so generic and lifeless as well. They look just like regular dragons, nothing like the dragons from the original. They have no expression whatsoever. And oh, and guess what? Heck up at Toothless's bonding. It has less screen time in this movie than the original. Why? Oh, God. And yeah. Oh, and also the color grading for the movie is way too bleak, up to the point where it's lifeless. Look, I like movies with bleak tones, but this is not it. Like the dark tone of this movie just feels forced or something. But maybe that is the one credit I'll give this remake for. It's not childish, but that doesn't mean I should just admit that it's good because you can still hate a movie even if it's not childish, and you can still like childish movies regardless. Like I like Sonic the Hedgehog too, and that's a movie that's partially childish. So yeah, but yeah, the cinematography was the biggest offender with the visuals. It is an insult to the cinematography. It is so horrendously shot. It is just unbelievable how bad it is. Like so much close-ups that is just like there's this one scene where the scene where Hiccup feeds fish to Toothless. The camera, like when Hiccup eats the fish from Toothless's saliva, the camera gives Hiccup a close-up shot, and and so close to the mouth, and then when we see him spit it out. Excuse me for a sec. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, disgusting. Oh, and also, guess what, guys? There was shaky cam during the flight scenes. Why? Yeah, the flight scenes are shit, and not only are they just boring as hell, but the shaky cam, why? Just why? Oh, and also we gotta talk about the characters. They are all so bland. They look more like cosplayers than actual characters. Like the makeup and hairstyling, the beards, the costumes. This is a movie, y'all, not a play. Do you know the difference? Like seriously. Oh, and the worst thing about the film, the acting. Like you call that acting? Oh my goodness. This is the definition of Razzie performances. These performances, worst performances ever put in film, and worst cast ensemble too. Like what a fucking disgrace. Act performances are one of my absolute favorite aspects of a film, and you just botched that completely. Seriously. Yeah. The side cast performed like a wooden plank with no care whatsoever. Like Julian Dennison as Fish Legs. And by the way, Fish Legs was so annoying. He won't shut up. He keeps telling us, this dragon is this. He basically lectures us about dragons, but we don't get that here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. We already know what these dragons are. Why do we need a fucking lecture on who the dragons are? And yeah, oh, and also the actor who played Tough Nut, he acted like a zombie throughout. Like, remember, like T.J. Miller is a Tough Nut. He gave life and energy into Tough Nut. And yeah, let's compare he's like the size of my scene. In the original, the way Tough Nut delivered the line, he was like, "Ha! He's like the size of my with actual expression and actual fun, and you actually laugh at it. But in the remake, the actor who played Tough Nut was like, "Oh, he's like the size of my Was he like trying to sleep or something? Seriously. Yeah. Mason thinks his hiccup was just unbearable to watch because of how inconsistent his range is. Whether he's underacting in intense scenes like the flying sequences, or he unnecessarily overacts in like conversation scenes. Like for example, I talk about the scene a lot ever since I saw it in the official trailer, but you know, and they killed thousands of us. Like seriously, yeah, like oh my goodness, that is his face in that scene was so uncanny. Jared Butler's Stoic is basically James Earl Jones as Mufasa in the Lion King remake all over again. Only returned for nostalgia bait and you can clearly tell how disinterested he was. He was like too old for it. Speaking of Stoic, he is one of the characters they butchered up the most. Seriously. And you know what's shocking about this film is that he has less screen time than in the original. Like seriously. Well, of course, he was present in the scene where he was needed in the original, but he disappears in the film. From the film, he disappears for about an hour into the film. Like what? Like for halfway through the film, you just like wondering, wait, where the fuck is his story? Are they going to reduce the screen time? And guess what? They did. Yeah, just like the screen time for Hiccup and Toothless is bonding. And yeah, but the worst character in this movie has to be Astrid. She's not Astrid. She's Astrid. A with an ASS on it. What a disgrace to my favorite character in the original How to Train Dragon film. Neko Parker gave the worst performance as not only does she not look like Astrid, she clearly has the stiffest acting of them all. Well, aside from top notch actor, it was hard to believe that she was even Astrid. Like when I walked out of the theater. By the way, I'm sure you guys saw this in my out of theater reaction. But then there's like a cosplayer of Hiccup and Astrid by the cinema lobby for photo and video photo taking all that stuff. Well, guess what? They were more faithful to Hiccup and Astrid than Mason Thames and Nico Parker's version of it. Like seriously. Yeah, so Nico Parker's acting was Nico Parker's acting was bad. It was clearly a miscast. The fucking race swap. Oh my goodness. I know I hate this criticism, but I have to say it for this film. It's a fucking woke movie. Like, race swapping Astrid for Black Astrid or the N word, which I'm not gonna say, but N blank Astrid. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a fucking woke this decision. That's like, oh, what's next? Are they going to race swap Anna? Make Black Anna? Oh, fuck off if don't you dare. But again, I don't know. Like seriously. Oh, and also another thing, Astrid is even more mean spirited than in the original. She's a fucking asshole. Like seriously. Like, duh. Like, in the original, yeah, sure, you can say that Ashley is mean all you want, but at least you could feel that Ashley will eventually have a redemption arc. But here, like, I hate this Ashley so much. Honestly, I just wanted her to fall out toothless, and it'll be hilarious. I just like, yeah, Ashley is way too rough in this one. There was a scene where he tried like. Where's the scene where she almost strangled Hiccup? I am not joking. No, I don't think it was strangled. But like in a way where like one would kill a person by like putting a hand on the face and just like trying to like suffocate that person. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was a thing. She would like when she was holding Hiccup's face in the flying scene. She tried to fucking suffocate Hiccup. What the fuck, Astrid? Oh. My goodness, fuck you, Astrid. You are now one of the worst female characters ever put in a film. Period. What a disgrace to a female. Honestly, not fuck it. Live action Astrid is the worst female character ever put in a film. Fuck you, fuck you, fake Astrid. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm sure the original Astrid would fucking would just kick the live action Astrid's ass and would say thanks for nothing. Yeah, seriously. And honestly, I don't care what anyone else says. I wish people bullied Nico Parker. Well, there were some people who actually bullied her when she responded to the fan backlash. I just don't care. No, like that was good, but people took her fucking side. Why? What the fuck? So so it like whenever an actress, especially a good-looking actress, would make a comment they don't agree with, they immediately boycotted. But when Nico Parker made a comment that should get the controversy, you fucking side with her and support her for it. That is a definition of unfair. I'm sorry, but Nico Parker deserves to get bullied, not Rachel Zegler. But then again, yeah, I'll admit that I'm only saying that for I'm only doing that for entertainment purposes, cause yeah, I'm sure Nico Parker is actually a good actress. I'm very sure of that. And I mean, she was in The Last of Us. She played the Sarah Joel's dead daughter in The Last of Us, and I am looking forward to see. Oh yeah, I liked her in Bridget Jones' son, Mad About the Boy too, despite I didn't care about that film. And yeah, maybe she could redeem herself. Like I see potential in her. But yeah, but never in a million years is she gonna be among my favorite actresses of all time. Oh, and by the way, the Hiccup and Astrid chemistry, it was so rushed. Astrid changed her mind about Hiccup way too quickly. Oh, and guess what? Like, in the scene after both Hiccup and Astrid like land on after they found the dragon's nest, and now Astrid forgives Hiccup after she realizes Hiccup was right. They fucking kiss in that scene. What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. Like, seriously. They just got along so quickly. Like, they were enemies for the film, and now that they got along, they immediately kissed that fast. Like, oh, seriously, that is disgusting. That is, seriously. Oh, and also speaking of mean-spirited tones, like one thing I forgot to mention about Stoic, he literally like constantly brings up Valka saying, "Oh, Valka would hate you for this." Like he was like saying like Hiccup, well, fuck you, Stoic for this." Like you're not Stoic, you're Stoic. Yeah, that's what I'll call you, Stoic. Yeah, that's a good name for Stoic. Oh, and also one thing I want to say about this remix Hiccup. Hiccup's second name or middle name, I think was it his middle name or something, is horrendous. That is exactly what Hiccup is in this remake. Horrendous. Oh, and as for the action scenes, they are laughably bad and the worst action scenes ever put to film. What a disgrace to action. They were not action scenes whatsoever. So overall, How to Train Your Dragon remake is not only the worst live action remake ever and the worst movie of the year without a doubt, but it is now competing with Despicable Me 4 as my least favorite movie of all time. Heck, no, screw it, it's the worst movie of all time. But then again, I'm actually thinking of giving Despicable Me 4 a rewatch to see if it really is the worst or if it is one. But I am not kidding when I say that this is among my least favorites. And it is the worst live action movie in history. Seriously, yeah, I owe the Disney live action remakes an apology for being way too harsh on them. Because this movie gave me more respect for the live action remakes from Disney. And seriously, the only reason people praise this film is to spite Disney. So, seriously, like, I bet my ass they were paid to praise this movie. And I'm convinced that DreamWorks would be dumb enough to remake a Disney film and people would praise it as better than the original. So, yeah, seriously, fuck this movie, fuck Dean DeBloy, fuck DreamWorks, aka Nightmare Works, and fuck the people who like this movie. But don't worry, guys, I only said that for entertainment purposes. Actually, in actuality, if you hate this remake, no, sorry, if you like this remake, I totally respect your opinion. So yeah, Oh, and by the way, yes, I walked out of this movie because I could not take it anymore. So yeah, the How to Train Your Dragon 2 remake is my least anticipated movie of all time. Seriously, that's an even worse idea, as How to Train Your Dragon 2 is my favorite DreamWorks movie. And yeah, please do not let DreamWorks live action remakes be a trend for sure. Please don't do that. So yeah, with that said, guys, I'm going to give How to Train Your Dragon remake infinity stars. No, sorry, negative infinity stars out of 5. Worst movie ever. Now I know I may sound like I'm copying Harry Thomas because he also said negative infinity stars. He was actually the one who took inspiration from me, by the way. Fun fact. So yeah, before I end this rant, I would like to give a special shout out to my good friend Harry Thomas Pictures. Me and him are proud How to Train Your Dragon remake haters, and we have the most honest and unbiased opinion on the film. Woo! Man, that was the angriest I've ever been in my videos. So that's all for my rant on the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. What are your thoughts on the movie? Please, please, audiences, please hate this movie. So yeah, well, but yeah, I will respect your opinion if only you respect mine. So yeah, but if you dare bash my opinion or even say why did you watch this movie? If you hate it, why did you watch it? I'll fucking delete your comments. And by the way, I am sick to death of that stupid ass question. I'm gonna make a video, like going against a question and talking about why that is one of the stupidest questions I've ever heard. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for another one of my biggest rants on my channel. I actually prepared for it earlier on than I did with this rant right here. So yeah, I'm not done with my rant. But yeah, I'll give my voice a rest. I'll probably watch a movie and I'll take a break. But yeah, that rant is coming for sure. And it's going to be just as explosive as this rant right here. So yeah, bye guys.